And again, the Lakers no good. From deep three-point range.
Give me that, dummy.
And stolen by James.
Dummy.
Took by LeBron.
The king, timeless, saying, I'm going to keep doing what I do until they catch up with me.
Pass to Tucker. Houston moving it around. Now here's McLemore outside. And they double up Cousins. Here is House. Kicks it out to Harden. Shoots the three. Anthony Davis grabs the miss.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3.
I'll bop the shit out of ya.
Nothing in the second.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
Jumps up.
Oh, my God.
No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. It's on Ben McLemore.
Yeah, they can't do it. They can't.
Lakers
get
getting their sixth attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
You know, the one chink in LeBron's armor, decent but somewhat inconsistent from the free throw line.
Tips it. Cousins on the follow.
I don't know why your
Cousins
fans
has
are still
got six.
cheering.
And that's a pure hustle play. Get into the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Los Angeles on top, running away with this one. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. LeBron outside. Pass to Caruso. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. And the Lakers have possession.
I love that. You see the poise of Gasol running the offense to perfection.
Rockets on offense. Tries a three. Here's Gordon. Misses the three. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Off target at the rim.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. But when you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
LeBron outside. Harrell trying to free himself up and closing the shot even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Here's Caruso. Pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. Gasol. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Easy.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pussy.
Here's Wall. And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on threes?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts, but I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that three is going to be vital.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
And the Rockets making a change here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Wall attacking. Here's Caboclo. Out left to the wing. And some nice passing there by Houston. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game. Wall draws the double. Pass to Caboclo. Back to Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brown outside. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
What happened? Defense too tight?
James in the post. Harrell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And the dunk by LeBron.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true.
If you can't shoot, it's easy for the defense to cut off angles to the rim. But AD can, and boy, did he rock the rim.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And he banks in the layup. LeBron's got 50 points.
50.
Yeah, off contact, I'll take LeBron pretty much every time. Can't beat that kind of strength and body control.
Pass to Wall. And the shot goes in.
And he's got one heck of a burst on his way to the bucket. Wall is at his best when he's driving the lane, going from 0 to 60 in an instant.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business.